The year is 1999. The end of a decade, the end of an era, the end of a millennium, the start of a new millennium. And then something new came out. Hi, I'm Gabby and welcome back to another edition of The Fragrantician, where here on this channel we talk about nothing but fragrances, whether they be new, old, but we do love vintage. So in this edition we are talking about, now is it vintage? Well, yes, it is in the perfume industry, because nothing stays the same. Everything is evolving, everything changes so quickly in this world, especially in the beauty industry. And we are talking about this baby, which came out in 1999 by the nose of Calice Becker, and it's this J'adore by Dior. Now this I've managed, let me pop this away here, I've managed to procure a bottle from 1999. We're gonna party like it's 1999. Do, 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 do. If you remember that song, comment down below. But back to the fragrance. So this is an eau de parfum. This is a 100ml, a 3.4 fluid ounce. I don't do fluid ounces, I do mils, as you know. And yes, there we go. So let's open it. So I've been testing this fragrance for the last few days, and look at it. I've already sucked a bit of juice out of it, but I've been wearing it non-stop for the last few days. And let me tell you that this fragrance, you don't need to overspray. Now, I made the mistake of doing that, thinking, yeah, let's just take it off and let's just, oh, you know, like I do Gabby style. No, that was not a good idea. So the next day I did it, and I just needed 1, 2, and 1 on the back, because we do like 1 on the back now, don't we? So I tried that, and that was sufficient. Now this fragrance is classed as a fruity floral, and there are fruits in there, there are florals in there. But the florals are there. Now, I'm not going on Fragrantica or anything, but I pick up lily and freesia and jasmine. Those are the 3 florals I pick up. I know there is meant to be pear and melon in there as well, and maybe some peach as well. But the fruits, I would say, are probably the rind rather than the actual inside of the fruit, because the florals then do take over. Look at this spray. Yes, that is a spray. What I love about this fragrance, when you spray it, it stays there. It's a mist. It doesn't drip everywhere. I hate that, because then when I'm spraying, I'm then faffing like this. Do we all faff? Or am I just the only faffer around here? But yes. So this kind of just sprays just where it should go. It stays put. Where, like, your husband needs to stay put. You know, when your man just stays put and he's just there, that's what this fragrance acts like. My mind is so random, I know. This is elegant, this is classy, this is, some people say, old lady-like. Old lady-like, well, if I'm smelling like an old lady, I'm smelling like a classy old lady. I'm smelling like a lady that is I don't want to say rich. I hate that expression, rich. Worthy. worthy of herself. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. Now, I don't want to, be all of cliches and everything, but this fragrance has a class of its own. There is some vanilla in there. There is some musk in there as well, but the florals and the fruits are there. They're apparent. Now, this fragrance, like I said, it is strong. Now, this is the formula from 1999. I don't know what the new formula is like. It might be just as good. It might be screechy. I don't know. Comment down below if you think the new formula is worthy of getting, because I would repurchase this. Straight away, I would repurchase this. This was a love at first sniff. I did smell this first of all years ago on a boat going from Portsmouth to Le Havre in France, and smelling it, wanting it, never acted upon it until now. And wow, yes, it just, yeah, it just touched me in places. But back to the fragrance, it does take a lot to pull off when you smell it. You have to like lily and freesia and jasmine. And is there hyacinth in there? I don't know. But it's not powdery. It is floral, slightly sweet, semi-sweet it is. And it's a gem of a fragrance. And some people like it. Some people say it's boring. I've heard people say it's boring. Well, when you look at a bottle like this, how boring can you be? I mean, it is a statement piece, let's just say that. Now, Charlize Theron was or is the muse of it. Now, when she's pulling everything off and she's walking down and she's strutting, I don't really see this fragrance with that image. This fragrance is light and airy. It is feminine. It is girly. It is for a strong person, I would say. It has some oomph. It has some backbone there. It has massive sillage, massive centrale, and projects. Wow, yeah, because I was sitting on the sofa with my husband and I was several feet away, because let's face it, sometimes you've just got to sit several feet away from your husband. He was saying to me at the time, have you sprayed that fragrance? And it was on the day when I just sprayed it 3 times, 2 here and 1 on the back. And it had been several hours, and I said, no, I've not resprayed it. And it projects, it really does. And I could smell it on me, really could. So I probably could, you could just get away with just 1 spray on here, if truth be told. Not sure about the new formula, as I say, but for this formula, yes. And from what I've read as well, I even think with the new formula, it's still just as good, and it still projects, and it still has got that sillage on there. So if you're looking for a fragrance that does perform, then this does perform. So there's no qualms on performance issues. And the scent trail, yes, I sprayed this in the bedroom. 2 hours later, I was in the other room. 2 hours later, in the front room, and my husband came home. Richard came home, and he said, "What have you got on?" He could still smell it. It left that scent trail. So, and his nose, as you know, is so blind to things. So when I talk about fragrances that do leave scent trails and do project, and he does pick up on them, then I know that's a testament to the fragrance. So yes. This fragrance can be used anytime, anywhere. It can be a signature scent, it can be daytime, it can be nighttime, it can be meeting those in-laws for the first time. Would I have worn this meeting my in-laws for the first time? Probably not. But there again, it still has a presence about it. This is one of those statement fragrances. This is one of those classic fragrances. This is one from Dior that if ever was discontinued, there probably would be an uproar. Now, there's been flankers of this, and then there's been flankers of flankers of the flankers. The other one I would like to try, apparently, is the J'adore L'Or. And I know that I think they've reformulated that. So I would like to try that one. Even the new formula, I'd like to try that one. Have you tried that one? Please comment down below. Are there any others you've tried that you love? Or do you absolutely not like this? Well, that would just be to my chagrin. So, J'adore Dior. Beautiful, elegant, classy, feminine, I would say this fragrance is, if I want to put a label on things. Not that I do, but there we go. But it is just, that spray is, I always find with Dior sprays, they're quite good actually. And it's beautiful. Those white florals, and those, it's the lily of the valley. Now, lily of the valley, if it's done correctly, it can smell really lovely. And this is done beautifully with those fruits, the melon and the pear and the peach. Stunning. Absolutely beautiful. Dior J'adore. So, you've been watching another edition of the Fragrantician, and as the saying goes, perfume is the key to our memories. So, go and make some memories. Ciao for now.